Hello, Rose and Thomas. Here's your Seweroscope report from today. This is me in the basement, just giving you orientation. There's that really tough clean out point. That was a challenge to get that cap off. It was a really tough one. Um, so it'll take me a couple times to get through here. One, the biggest first takeaway is how dirty the pipe is. You'll see as we go. Unfortunately, there there are no windshield wipers on a Seweroscope camera. This is cast iron, lots of buildup in here. Um, it's really in need of a cleaning. And then you come into paper products like this. Cast iron, as it corrodes, it gets really rough on the interior of the pipe. It corrodes on the interior. The outside looks the same, doesn't change. It's the interior that starts to scale or break down or create bumpiness. So this is actually my second video. The first video, it just got mucked up so much that you couldn't really see anything. At least here, at least in the initial stages, you can see some. I'll actually pull back all the way, clean off the camera head, and try to push through again. Ultimately, what's the big takeaway is, again, it's a very dirty pipe. Hasn't been maintained or cleaned in a really long time. And two, we get out about 55 feet or so, and I just get blocked. So it's either an offset in the pipe, meaning that the pipe is not laying flat and one side is higher than the other, and I can't push past it, or it's roots, which if it's cast iron, it's probably not roots, but that's a possibility if we do switch over to clay, or there's some damage in the line. So really the recommendation is going to be try to clean out the line as best you can. Try to figure out what's going on at that 56 foot spot, and hopefully it's not a major defect in the pipe that needs to be cleaned. So this is basically right where we end. I mean, it's just blocked. There's really no way. I don't like to use my camera cable and camera head as a battering ram. I will give a big push from now, now and again. I will push through roots. That's generally not a problem, but I'm not going to push through cast iron or a damaged section or anything like that. So again, I'm going to pull back from here. Right now, probably what I'm doing is turning on some water in the house at the lower sections, and then seeing if I can get it clean at all, enough that I can. Yeah, so this is me. So when I go back and forth like that, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to wash the camera head. I'm trying to clean it off, but because there's just so much buildup in the pipe, really what I'm doing is just washing it with just grossness, to be blunt about it. So it's not going to get clean. Really, there's something that just needs to be figured out here. Cleaning is the first step. And then re-videoing, re-evaluating, see if you can get all the way out to the city connection would be my suggestion. Hopefully it's going to be just the cost of cleaning, but if there are bigger issues, you want to figure that out, just for the simple fact that repairing a sewer line, especially in a house that's over 120 years old, it could be fairly expensive. So I will keep pushing away. I will be quiet here for a little bit while we figure things out. Once I start to pull back for the final return trip, then I will just basically sign off. But please, as always, let me know if you have any questions. Yeah, so this is me. Just we're back in the basement. This is me wiping off the camera head, trying to get it as clean as possible. Going back in. Pushing forward again. We're still a little on the dirty side. I definitely did hose off my equipment when I got back to my office this evening. But again, basically the same thing is going to happen. I try to go as slowly as possible as we start to build up water and all this other junk around here. But again, it's just so full of stuff that that's really tough to be able to get a clean picture. Yeah, and again, this is basically where everything stops. Right at about 54 feet, 53 feet, somewhere in and around there. So I'll pull back from here. Again, please reach out to me with any questions.